Hey, good morning. Hope you're having a great week so far. It is a beautiful, beautiful day here in sunny Florida. The sun is shining bright. It's getting hot. The summer weather is back. And listen, I'm gonna actually just share with you a little secret. It's a dirty little secret that my top success stories, they truly don't want you to know. And I'm gonna actually just share this with you. I asked if it was okay, and they said, well, now, I won't call anybody out, but I do want to share with you a dirty little secret about weight loss and truly how to be really, really successful. And the way I hope you envision success on a weight loss journey is this. And let me just kick it in my chair here. I love this chair. This is like there was a guy that made these. A friend of mine's brother made these. They're awesome. Anyway, I'm digressing. You want to know the dirty little secret about weight loss success and some of my top students. So let me just preface, just so if you don't know who I am, Mark Avens, I'm your Bulletproof Christian Fitness Mentor, working in the online space, but truly in the industry, helping men and women, specifically over 40 for over 26 years. I'm almost 30 years in this industry. And while I don't have any hairs on my head and a few gray whiskers, I have to just share with you this dirty little secret. You see, a lot of times people who become successful, there's one common denominator, and I want to share that with you. At least ones that come to me and they say, Mark, I've been struggling for a long time. Pretty much the same story. I've tried all the diets. I've tried doing it myself. I'm my own worst accountability partner. I don't have the support at home. I don't really know how to work out at my season. My knees are shot. I have a hip replacement. I have injuries and my hormones are a mess. All those things, right? It's typical. That's usually what happens after 40. My time is of essence. Like, I don't have any more time. I have business and busy kids, and some of you with grandkids, I don't have those quite yet. Mine are in that season just beforehand, getting out of high school and college, and then the next season down the road. Don't rush it. But the dirty little secret is this. The biggest common denominator that I see from my top students, like literally the ones who have a complete transformation. Literally, they take 40, 50s, 80, 100 plus pounds off. They literally have a transformation, not only in their bodies, not only in their habits, but in their mindset, and they're winning. They're literally winning the weight loss battle. And if you've been battling with your weight loss, this message is truly for you. And here's the dirty little secret. Now, fortunately, if you're listening and you're one of my students, don't worry, I won't call you out. I won't say how many times you've tried dieting, you've tried all the ketos and the quick fixes and the thin this and the metabolic that and the weight loss pills, and maybe even if you actually had the surgery to have your stomach stapled, all those things, right? Maybe you've had even the other surgeries, maybe you've had the bariatric surgeries and all that kind of stuff. You've had the nips, the tucks, the lifts, all that stuff. And I would say is if you have done this, don't worry, you're not alone. The dirtiest and biggest secret is the people who become my best success stories. You're going to hopefully this takes a weight off your shoulders, is that they failed big. Some of my best success stories are the ones that have had the biggest amounts of failure over the past. They're like, Mark, everything was going good. I could kind of eat okay, and I didn't really exercise much in my 20s, and then my 30s came, and I started a family. And then, where we just ended up eating a little bit of our kids' food, and life got busy, and we ended up eating out more, and we weren't making as much meals at home, and we weren't as healthy because, kids, they don't like healthy foods. So it was easy for us. And then that kind of transitioned for the next 5-10 years. And then it just got easy to be out of shape. It got easy to be overweight. You can call it what it is, whether it be lazy and stuff. And then here's where the failure starts, is where you start to try something like, let me count my calories. Let me do some Weight Watchers. Let me try some fitness app to monitor. Let me do a MyFitnessPal. Let me join a gym. Let me do this. And you've had these failures. And I want to encourage you, if you have failed, if you're even currently failing right now, there's two ways to fail. There's one way to fail is you keep making the same mistakes over and over and you keep failing. And that could be just devastating, right? Because it can just make you want to give up or just think like, how come none of this works for me, right? Woe is me, play the victim card, whatever it is. I'm not here to talk about that so much. But the good news is if you failed, and even if you failed like 10, 15, 20, I talked to people that, Mark, I've spent thousands. I talked to a woman the other day that told me she spent over close to $30,000 over the course of her life on weight loss pills and products and trainers and gym memberships. And so she's failed big time financially, and her weight has never been as high as it was when we were talking. And I wanted to just help kind of take the pressure off and say, congratulations. This wasn't in joking with her. It wasn't actually calling her out. I said, congratulations, you have not given up yet. Congratulations, you're still trying. Congratulations, you're looking at actually something different, maybe a solution. And the good news is she's on a path like a number of my students who are on a path to succeed, not a path to just set you up for failure. If you've been failing and you're making the same mistakes, that's your own doing, right? That's your own fault. But if you have not found the solution and you're wanting the solution, what are you waiting for? There are people, now I'm not the only coach out there. In fact, I know a number of coaches. In fact, I've even sent some of the clients that weren't really a great fit for my program, and I sent them to some of the best in the industry space to help them truly succeed. Now, the only way to know this is actually if we have a conversation, and I welcome you into a conversation. Message me, just send me a private message. You can just put your hand up, put the little hand emoji up, and we can take it from there. We can see if you're a good fit for my coaching program. Just so you know who it's for and who it's not for. Let's just talk about that. Who it's for is for somebody who has maybe failed, who is tired of living in these literally bondage or shackles, or feel like you're in a weight loss struggle prison. You feel like you're locked in. You feel like every week starts off the same way. Monday, you have all the great intentions. Tuesday, you maybe slip up a little. Wednesday, you miss the gym. Wednesday gets busy with work. You're kind of just praying for Thursday or Friday to come so you can just blow it off and wait until Monday again. And it's that vicious cycle. Like if you've been up and down the yo-yo roller coaster ride, if you've tried, maybe you're even on now a number of diet pills, don't worry. Nobody wants to admit it. I'm not going to ask you to admit the diet pills and potions and formulas and wraps and creams and lotions and potions and all these crazy, here's the thing. If somebody's telling you to eat 500 calories a day and put some drops under your tongue and if there's any diet program out there that's telling you not to exercise, I'm just going to tell you, run. Like, you ever seen that video? Run. Like, run. Literally run as fast as you can away from that. I'm here to tell you that part of your weight loss journey does need to be in lines with eating the right kinds of foods. It does need to be in lines with you taking care of your body, which means activity. It means actually you do have to move. If you want to change the shape of your body, you're going to have to make some changes, probably with your diet as well as with exercise. And then truly the most important thing is having the ability to have accountability, to have support. Now, I say the dirty little secret from my students, my top students that are truly succeeding. And again, this is not doing this to me at all, because I'm just the one who guides them along, right? If you were to go on, let's just say if you were to go on a journey like an African safari, right? If you were going in Africa, I don't know why this popped in my mind, but let's just say I hear all these birds in the backyard. Maybe I'm thinking of an African safari, thinking about traveling. I really want to travel. But let's just say you're on an African safari and you went into the jungle by yourself and you didn't have any idea how to navigate through and not get eaten by the lions or trampled by the elephants or die from like dengue fever or whatever it is, right? Get eaten up by the crocodiles. Like, wouldn't it be safe to say if you went through that jungle, if you went through on that safari with a guide, somebody who's done it before, who knows where the lions are going to be so you can see them, who knows how to get through and have a really great, like, enjoyable experience and get through that without getting killed, right? That's what I do more or less as your coach. You see, that's what I do. I partner with people. This is an effort where I help guide them, but then they get to enjoy the benefits because they have to actually take the action steps. They have to be the ones to exercise. I don't work out for people. I don't eat. It's not like I eat the healthy foods and they get in shape. They have to do that. So the work is on them. So the dirty little secret is there is a solution. The dirty little secret is my best students, honestly, are the ones who typically I hope this gives you a little bit of like relief. If you feel like you failed on your weight loss journey, if you feel like you're failing right now, the good news is you haven't given up. Now, if you've given up, there's really not much to do. The only really way you truly fail on your weight loss journey, this is the only way you fail, is if you simply give up. Now, if you've been struggling, maybe you've even spent $30,000 over the year. Maybe you should do a little assessment on yourself to see, gosh, he's right, I spent a lot of money. And then think of all of the collateral damage, the extra money you had to pay in buying the next size up in clothes, maybe even paying for all the nights out that that probably didn't serve you or your diet well, all the extra calories that you paid for by going out to eat instead of learning some basic ways to make some healthy meals at home. Does that make sense? So I want to encourage you, as I share with you this dirty little secret, is don't just keep failing. If you failed, fail big time, but then learn from your mistakes. And that's truly what I do. You see, what I do is I take what I've seen from people over the last 2.5+ decades, and I look at and I've done this for thousands, over 3,000 people. From the start in 1995 with my very first personal training client all the way through to today, and people starting up just as early as yesterday. So I have somebody that just started with me yesterday, and I had somebody that I had worked with in 1995, more in a personal training journey. But I would say is over that time, I see key indicators in my history, in actually my research, in my hands-on, literally in the trenches working with people. I've developed a program. That's what's my Lean Body Breakthrough program. Why is it a Lean Body Breakthrough? Because two things. Men and women over 40 who are overweight and out of shape, they want to get their bodies back. They want to get lean, and they most importantly want to have a breakthrough on this weight loss journey. They want, if you truly want to stop struggling on your weight loss journey, I need you either send it to me and privately or drop some fire emojis below. We'll make a little connection. We'll see. And here, you can do it that way. You can certainly keep trying on your own. You can keep winging it, going in by yourself. Keep thinking that the hardest thing is for people to realize that when they try to keep themselves accountable, that we're our own worst accountability partners. Can I get an amen there? Hey, Marianne and Wendy. Wendy, thank you so much. You're always watching. I appreciate you for checking in. And Marianne, too, thank you for my loyal viewers and watchers. I appreciate you so much. It does help so much when you share and you like. I do appreciate that. If this found value to you, do share it with a friend, share it to your page so that it does get out. Lana, thank you so much as well. I see some regulars on here. I'm going to keep talking this. And why do I keep talking this? Because I know one of the things that God's instilled in my life is the skill set from an early age to help others. It just happens to be with weight loss. That's pretty much in a nutshell. I had a desire to help people. I started out in physical therapy, working with injuries. And I know, and I've realized over the years, is my passion was in helping people prevent and avoid things that they can avoid. Avoid things like going overboard on the weekend. Avoid things like joint replacements that are caused by a lot of excess pressure on your joints from excess weight and bad habits and all those things. And honestly, not really living up to your full potential. If I were to put this in a nutshell as a coach, people ask, well, what do you do as an online coach? I help pull out people's full potential. My goal is to help you forget the weight loss is easy. Getting people and helping them on their weight loss journey is the easy part. Maximizing their full potential is truly it's something. Look at this. Do you see how, do you think that does goosebumps just happen? Do they just happen when I say that? When I pull somebody in and pull them into a program and give them clarity and give them direction and give them truly the guidance they need and make a straightforward, simple approach and let them know they don't have to work out for 2 hours a day and they don't have to give up their carbs and they can actually eat fruit because fruit's not going to put fat on your body. And they are able to actually live the life they want to do and actually even enjoy going out on a date with your spouse and going out to a restaurant and maybe even indulging in a glass or two of wine. That's what I want for you. That's the difference. And here's the way to get it. Here's the way to get it. The way to get it is to not just keep failing, but actually fail big so that you realize you don't want to do it again. You see, I think the problem is people fail on their weight loss journey just a little bit. They go on a diet and they give up so easy. So there's not really much vested in it. Yeah, I tried this, it didn't really work for me. Well, they didn't really put an honest effort into it, so it's easy to bail on it, no problem, right? And then you did fail again, and then you fail again, and then you look over the course of 20 years, and you're like, oh my gosh, I spent 30,000, I still have the same 50 pounds of weight or more, right? I say or more because typically people who start on a weight loss journey, who's on a battle, if you've been battling for any length of say 8, 10, 15 years or more, guess what? It probably isn't 10 or 15 pounds anymore. It's more like 30 or 40 pounds, or maybe 50 or 60 pounds, or maybe 80 or 100 pounds. And I even want to encourage you who have over 100 pounds to lose. Here, this may feel like it's an impossible thing to get through. And I can tell you, from having experience helping people lose as much, even in excess of 300 pounds. A gentleman I worked with a couple of years ago lost in excess of 300 pounds in a year. And I just want to share with you, while that's not obviously common, that's not the norm, I hope you never get to anywhere near that level where it actually makes it so much harder. It makes it so much harder overall, and even after you get the weight off. So my encouragement to you, and the dirty little secret, is fail big, but learn from your mistakes. And sometimes it's best to have outside eyes from somebody with experience like me to help you through those challenges, those struggles, because it's a battle. Like, can I get an amen? It is, weight loss is a battle. And I hear this all the time. Mark, I don't understand. I have a successful business. I have 30 people that work for me, and I'm well off, and I've done this. I have a great family and relationship. Why can I not get it together? Why can I not get this whole weight loss thing together? Everything else in my life is in order except for this. And I want to say is, you know what? You're gifted and talented in many ways. Having a weight loss and being able to do this on your own, maybe not one of your skill sets. That's one of my skill sets. We're a perfect match. Get on board. Let's do this already. All right. So I hope that helped. Listen, it is a dirty little secret. I say it's dirty because, you know what? And it's something that I share this, that my students don't want you to know. They just don't want you to know that they failed a lot. I have students that I'm so grateful for them, not only just for getting the results and really working hard at those results. It's all the in-between time, but also being willing to share their story. Inside, I'm going to be sharing somebody's story later today who's on a journey, and she just started with us a couple of months ago. She was our scholarship winner. I'm going to be sharing her story literally from her. We're going to go live. She's going to say kind of a status update of what's going on. And it hasn't been easy, but she's getting results because she has clarity. She has direction. She has the guidance. She has the accountability that she needs. And guess what? She isn't failing anymore in her weight loss journey. So anyway, I hope you don't either, and reach out to me. Just through some fire emojis, wave your hand, shoot me a message, and let's do this already, all right?